Tres.
Games, the loser does not. This is the highest stakes set of the entire tournament so far. And boy, has this been a thrilling matchup already. It is likely going to go down as the longest matchup of this entire Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. And it may go down as the best when it's all said and done. That was Axel Gonzalez leading off with a ball to short. Peter Muambo, typically very sure-handed, wasn't able to make the play, so Mexico has the leadoff runner aboard. That time the catch is made, and then the throw to first, a double play. You have to think that all the momentum right now favors Kenya. Really nice, calm play made. Bad base running by contrast. Sarmiento on first. How do we get here? Well, Mexico won the first set 12-7. Kenya won the second set 8-7. Will this prove to be a third set where you need more than 7 runs to win? I'm going to guess no. I'm going to think the defense is going to take over here. Nice one-hand play by Peter. His momentum was going left. He stuck that right arm out and made the bare-hand play. That was really well done. Oh, yeah, you saw all the momentum taking him away from that ball. And then he got it done. So a scoreless top of the first. Onsongo blasts it past third base. We've already seen one team that was featured in a medal game last year, that being France. They were I say last year, I mean the last Youth Baseball 5 World Cup 2 years ago. They were knocked out of the playoffs last night in a thriller against Turkey. That was only 2 sets. And now Mexico, who won the bronze medal in the last Youth Baseball 5 World Cup, has a chance to be knocked out here, which would guarantee at least 2 new medalists in the second edition of the Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. This crowd continues to show their passion for the new sport. And that's a fair ball. Nicely done. Kenya has 2 on and 1 out as they look to take a lead for the first time. It would be the very first time in this matchup that they have an early lead. Mexico led 1-0 after the first inning in the first set. Mexico led 2-0 after the top of the first in the second set. Good, smart defensive play by Mexico, allowing the Karam to take the ball to the second base bag. Ida with 2 outs, hits it to third. The throw, safe. It's dropped at first base. And Kenya's going to take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Ida putting a lot of spin on that ball. The throw, and Frias just didn't squeeze it. Where we're seeing the same players for Kenya in all 3 sets, totally different groups for Mexico. And another run's coming home. Kenya 2, Mexico nothing. Momentum is important in baseball 5, and I'm telling you right now, this Kenya team has all of it. And I think some of that comes from the Mexican coaching staff's decision to sit a lot of their top players in the second set. That's not new and different from how things went in every other game for Mexico so far, as we get a foot violation. That's a big, big boost for Mexico to get him out of the inning. Cliff had his foot cross the line there. But Mexico is sticking with what they've been doing through the first 2 days of this tournament. And that's rotating players in. They're using all 8 of their players. A lot of teams use 5 or 6, and that just shows you the depth of Mexico. But it does break the consistency in a big game like this. And now Frias. Hard line drive. Valentine knocks it down, picks it up. And Frias is aboard. Ida lunging for that ball. Throw to second on the bunt. Everybody's going to be safe. Is Frias all right? She's a little slow getting up on second. She's going to ask for time. Something didn't look quite right there. The way she went down, watch this. We've been talking about how she goes into that split all the time. And that she's being looked at by the training staff. Grimacing, but staying in the game. That's something else that you risk when you take your players out for the middle set when it winds up going 3. You know, everybody who's played a sport understands this. The body tightens up. You get up to speed, you bring it down, things get tight, and then to get up to full speed again, it can be tricky. But the bases are loaded. Things looking good for Mexico here, and it gets past the dive. 1 run scores, the throw home. 2-2, we're tied, and it goes out of play. Everybody's going to get an extra base. Well, that's how you swing the momentum pendulum back to your side. Crowd going crazy as the bases loaded set up. All 3 runs score. Armenta really blasted that ball. Kenya's got to take a deep breath, get back to what was going so well for them in the second set. Yeah, I thought that those players should not have been awarded those extra bases, and they should not have been. So take that run off the board. It's 2-2. That's the proper call. This party's really kicking into gear now, as you can tell. Still a good chance Mexico will score 1, if not both of those runs. Out the call. It did not clear the no-hit zone. So Frias is going to bat. We'll see how she's feeling. Hits it right side. Oh, that's trouble for Kenya. 1 run in. And Frias is going to wind up at second. That'll get him going. Once it got past the lunge there, that's when you knew it was trouble. Up the middle, off the wall, that's an out. Mexico's going to have to send him back. It did not touch a Kenya player, despite what the Mexico team is contending. They're going to come out and argue that that touched a fingertip before it hit the wall. I didn't see it. Neither did Brian Maniecki, but did one of the other officials. I didn't see it up the middle there. The call's not going to be changed. A trip to the medal game, the medal round on the line. Keep in mind the winner of this one is going to have to go up against Cuba later. Mexico is going to add another one as it's turning into a big top of the second inning. 4 runs in the top of the second for Mexico so far. Hot shot up the middle, out of play, 5-2 Mexico. This is a huge answer from a Mexico team that in the first inning didn't look like they were really engaged yet in this third set. Can't say that anymore. They have absolutely grabbed a hold of it. Now it's going to be on Kenya first to stop the damage, to get out of the inning. Play over at third, not in time. We're going to get a new ball involved. Out on the tag at third, overrunning the base there. And another player goes down hard for Kenya into that side wall. What part of Peter Mwambo has yet to feel a little bit of pain? Watch how hard he came charging after he took that ball off the wall. He goes hard, sees an opportunity to make a tag. There's the tag, the collision, and falling on top of his opponent. Didn't really see what it was specifically that was injured on that play. That is going to be the last out of the inning. But 5 runs for Mexico in the top of the second, and now all the concern is about the health of Peter Mwambo. We've seen him down before. He's popped up every time. On the tag itself, you're seeing on the replay, maybe the runner did get the foot back on the bag safely. The right foot, the right shoe has come off for Peter. And he's not putting much weight on it as he gets helped off the field. And that'll force Kenya to go to the bench here in the decisive third set. We're going to step away for just a moment, come back and pick it up when Kenya comes to bat in the bottom of the second. Come back in front of the wild Mexico crowd that gets louder with every inning, and now we are in the 13th inning of this incredible Baseball 5 quarterfinal matchup. Typically you think the longest a full game, a full 3-set game can go is 15 innings, but because the second set featured an extra inning, a 6th, we're going to play, we think, a minimum of 16 innings. Everybody wants to make sure the substitution's been handled properly. Here's Mboya who's filling in, and that's a great start for the youngster, Alphonse Mboya, who has not gotten regular playing time. Might he be able to provide the spark? Read the ball really well, winds up on second. Yeah, there was no ball to tag with there for Armenta. A little bit more confusion regarding the batting order here. A look at the Mexican coaching staff. Again, you're going to give it absolutely everything you have here if you're these two teams, but what will be left to take on world number 1 Cuba after that? That's the big question. That ball short of the no-hit line. Ida is out. Onsongo. With 2 away, he'll reach, but still stuck on second base is Mboya. After that double in his first at-bat of the game. Very unlike Axel Gonzalez, by the way, to let one slip through the legs like that. Hard hit, right side, the sidearm shuffle. Coming home, there's a run for Kenya. And now 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. Things getting interesting. Look like Mexico might be able to get out of this bottom of the second unscathed, but Martinez, who's taken over for Frias at first. Frias has moved across the diamond to play third. A big spot for Valentine. There's the throw, the catch, the foot on the base, and a couple of runners left in scoring position for Kenya. Remember, it was Valentine who went to the pop-up behind second base to bring home the tying run in the second set. Couldn't come up with a big hit there. In this third, Frias will bat. Caught right off the deck. Nice play by Valentine. Now Gonzalez has his smash caught up the middle. If that one gets by, I think there's a chance it goes off or over the wall too. So not a great turn from Axel Gonzalez in the top of the third. Is Mexico going to go down 1-2-3? It's up to Yair Ochoa. Oh, that is a beauty by Ochoa, but so was the defensive play. Good hustle to beat it out. Armenta. Side retired. So the one hit with 2 outs is all that Mexico can manage as they let Kenya hang around. Bottom of the third, it's a 3-run game. Remember, Kenya went into the bottom of the 5th of the second set down by 3. They scored 3 times and then won it in extra innings in the 6th. Out off the wall. This is Peter Mwambo back in. That one hit the very bottom of the wall before it came back and hit the court. That was really close. And now a catch made by Frias. 2 gone. The defense beginning to take over. Remember my prediction before this set started that the defense would, or could at least, control it. Well, that has not panned out. Nice catch, Frias again, flopping on the deck. Helped up by her teammates. And there are some big smiles here in the crowd and on the field. That was an awesome play. 2 of them really by Frias back to back. And we're into the late stages of this third set. 6-3 Mexico getting set to start the fourth. The most competitive of the 4 quarterfinal matchups that we've seen today. Chinese Taipei beat Japan in straight sets. Cuba beat Lithuania in straight sets. Venezuela also a straight set winner. Chinese Taipei and Venezuela had earned their way into the quarterfinals with first round byes. They skipped the knockout stage. Now Martinez has the ball one-handed and a nice play over to first for the out. It was Venezuela beating Turkey. We didn't name Turkey yet in the other quarterfinal game. I think Kenya might be running out of gas here. You can just see these players, their legs starting to give a little bit. On Songo, typically I think would take care of that ball up the middle. And then right there as well, just very tough to maintain this high level of play. We're nearing the 2-hour mark. I'm not sure I've ever seen a baseball 5 game go 2 hours before. This could be a first. And a couple more errors from the Kenya team. Here's Ochoa, RBI opportunity. Hits it towards first, that'll bring home a run. And the lead back up to 4 for Mexico at 7-3. Oh, good get. Throw to first, winds up on Mexico's bench. Another run scores. The runner heads to second. 8-3 is Mexico pulling away. Simply have to stop it right here if you're Kenya. Martinez looks around, moves into motion. And it's going to be the underhand play to first this time to get out of the inning. Kenya's going to need to string together some hits here, but they start the fourth with a ground out. Stay tuned. In just over an hour, it'll be Chinese Taipei and Venezuela doing battle. The last game of the night will be the winner of this one against Cuba. That Chinese Taipei Venezuela one's going to be tight. Valentine trying to go back to the pop-up play that worked so well for her in the bottom of the fifth in the second set. That time Mexico ready for it. I think she really caught him off guard in the second set. But it just feels like now it's going to be too steep an uphill climb for Kenya. Though they do get some life with a 2-out base runner. The diving grab by Martinez to send us to the fifth with a 5-run Mexico lead. That was a very tough play. Remember how the third inning ended? It was the opposite corner, the opposite hot corner, Frias diving. Now Martinez dives down to get it. And you may have noticed that is not a padded surface. That's why you see almost all the players wearing some sort of knee or shin guard. A look of concern on the Kenya bench. They realize now how tough it's going to be to come back. Yes, they erased a 3-run deficit in the fifth inning last set, but there's a big difference between down by 3 and down by 5, and there's the first out, especially because Mexico has seen it happen once. I'm not sure they're going to let it happen again. Nice play by Onsongo there. Gonzalez tagged out. He saw the ball slip by Ida and thought he could take an extra base. Not so. That was a really wicked hard throw from shortstop position. Peter Mwambo, pardon me. And another ball on the left side. That'll extend the top of the fifth. A foul. So here we go. Bottom of the fifth. It all comes down to this. Will Mexico be able to close out Kenya? Or will we be headed to extra innings again? It just has to go one at a time. If you're Kenya, that's the mantra, and that's how you start, with one hit, one after another after another. 5 runs, not easy, but not impossible. Oh, nice play there. Good hands by Gonzalez, the underhand flip. 1 out, bottom of the fifth. Kenya really running out of time now. The crowd wants it. Valentine, the hitter. She'll take a look around, hit it hard, picked up on a hop. Safe, great hustle from Valentine. There are some wild fans. You see the call there, tie goes to the runner. the reaction from the Mexico bench. They have to be feeling all right, though. And that ball picked up, sent to third to get the lead runner for the out that put Mexico one away from guaranteed placement in the medal round. The fans staying into it. Kenya trying to slow this down as much as they can. Ida goes to work. And she grounds it to second, bobbled, and that's the out that guarantees Mexico a shot at another medal. The 2023 Youth Baseball 5 World Cup bronze medalists have a date with Cuba tonight for a chance to play in the championship. That was an all-time great Baseball 5 contest. Nearly 2 hours, 1 hour, 55 minutes. We'll check the record books. That may have been the longest Baseball 5 game in World Cup history. And congratulations to Mexico for outlasting a game Kenya squad that gave them everything they could, including the come-from-behind second set win that featured 4 unanswered runs. But it's Mexico in the end, 8-3 after to Mexico. We'll take a short break and then be back on the air in just about an hour with our first semifinal matchup. That'll be played between Chinese Taipei and Venezuela, 2 unbeaten teams at this tournament. And that'll be good. Until then, Craig Durham saying so long. Thanks for being with us for this historically epic matchup from the WBSC Youth Baseball 5 World Cup.